All right, we are going to talk about the 8/8 portal that is going to come in on August the 8th. It is a very powerful and very popular portal that a lot of you might enjoy working with for your ability to further your manifestations and your connectedness with your pure self, with your source energy. Now, I'm not going to touch on the astrological aspect of it to do with the Sirius star, but I am going to talk about the numerology aspect and how you can work with this energy for your ability to connect with the higher energy of your higher self, your ability for creation, for manifestation, and expansiveness especially. So when we look at the eights, the 8 does signify personal power, prosperity, and also the bridge between the practical plane and the cosmic realm. So it does also signify balance. So when we have the balance within us pertaining to the two planes that we exist in, our practical environment, if you will, the tangible life that we are in, the body, our success, our home, our environment, and then our connection with our higher self. The 8 on its side is also the infinity sign. So everything is in motion. And when we are in balance with this, when we understand the balance and the interplay between our highest self and the cosmic energy and the practical plane, then we can manifest greater. And our manifestations come from here, right? Our manifestations come from alignment with our deeper self and our connectedness with the vibrational alignment of the life we truly desire, of what we feel most connected with. When we embody that energetic frequency, that energetic vibration of the life we want, then we start to create it. It starts to transmute, it starts to take shape in our practical realm, in our practical life. So when we start to feel confident about ourselves, when we start to feel expansive, healthy, full of love, full of light, good energy. Now, I don't also want to confuse this with trying to put pressure on ourselves to always be in that vibrational state. We also have to address the shadow, and that also is part of the balance. So this particular 8/8 day is most about our light energy. So I am going to focus on the light aspect, but I also wanted to throw that in as not to put any pressure on ourselves if we are not feeling that light vibrational energy, because if we aren't feeling it, if you aren't feeling it on maybe perhaps that day or around that time, that is okay. It is just to be conscious and aware of what is happening within the mind, within the body, within the heart, within the energetic self. So when we are in our light frequency, especially around times like this, there are a few portals that I do focus on, these dates that line up from a numerology standpoint. I know there's some astrological aspect to this date as well, but I'm not going to speak on that. I'm not an astrologer, but there is extra energy to work with from an astrological point of view, as well as the numerology point of view. So I'm going to just touch on the numerology and offer guidance as far as how you can work with this energy to further your expansiveness and also your manifestation capabilities. Because when we are in that high vibrational state of being, then we also create outwardly. Then we feel aligned with the kind of life we want, and we can feel in this 8/8 energy the expansiveness of our true self. When we are connected with our true self and our highest self, then we start to manifest and create from that place. It becomes very potent, it becomes very strong, it becomes very pure, because you're basically dismantling or removing the fears and the blocks and the limitations and the restrictions and the subconscious programming, and being in your light. And when you are in that light frequency, that is pure source creation. You don't have the restrictions of fear or limitations or anything holding you back. And that is the opportunity with this particular date. That is an opportunity to work with, to connect with your source, to connect with your pure light energy. Now, we have a lot of stuff going on in August. We also are entering August with a lot of intense energy, a lot of unpredictable energy. If you've been going through emotional turmoil or frustration or anxiety or triggers, know that that is what a lot of us are experiencing right now, myself included. So we have the supermoon on the 1st in Aquarius that is going to bring up a lot to the surface, and pay attention to the mind especially. And I do feel that what is purging, what is coming up to the surface, could be part of this entry point to that 8/8 date. And that 8/8 date is going to allow us to conclude what we've been purging, what we've been maybe releasing, anything that has been coming to the surface, so that we can embody more of our light, our true self, and connect with our greater self. And so when we are in that connection, we are in a very expansive energy. So on the 8th, just embody the energy of sun, of radiance, and imagine yourself expanding beyond limits. So find time to meditate, to let go of the thoughts, let go of the emotions, and be in stillness and feel within yourself, feel the energy expanding outward. You can also just maybe even feel into your future potential, the potential of your personal power and potency, really connecting with that. And oftentimes we suppress it. We lose the connection with our true potency, our true ability to create, to express, to show up in the world in our full potential, in our fullest. And so this is all around dismantling those layers that we may have been hiding behind, or that has been limiting us on a conscious or subconscious level, and breaking through that so that we can fully shine. And that is part of this Leo energy that we're in. This is all about expression. It's all about embodying our light, our authenticity, speaking from our heart, sharing our light with the world. So this energy is really going to set us up for that. For that ability. And then we have the new moon in Leo on the 16th. So this is going to be kind of a progression going into this new moon of that light energy, the embodiment of our true pure self, and how we want to show up in the world, how we want to connect with others, how we want to express ourselves. It's all connected right now. So the full moon in Aquarius coming in is going to be a purge. It is going to challenge us. It is going to bring up possibly some old subconscious programs. Maybe I can't, fear the future, maybe mental conversations, pay attention to your words that are going out into the universe. The shadow aspects are very real during full moons, and it is a great time for purge because we have everything, the shadow and the light is part of our existence. And so it's not putting pressure on ourselves during this time. It is being and feeling and flowing, right? So this is a continual process, but going from the full moon in Aquarius to this 8/8 portal is going to be very significant. And then from that 8/8 portal to the new moon in Leo. So we make a couple jumps and they're all going to line us up. So be conscious and be aware of what's happening within the mind, within the heart, within your emotions, and within your energetic self. Allow for the purge to happen because we are going through a lot of this retrograde energy. The full moon, as I mentioned, going into the 8/8 portal is going to be light energy. So just imagining yourself transitioning into, it's a bit of death and rebirth if you want to consider it as to be that progress, that process. It is a little bit of the death and rebirth. When we change, when we transform, when we shed, we become someone different. We become someone different. We feel differently. We feel more openly. We have a reality shift. We step into our light. And that is part of this 8/8 portal energy. So make some time for that day. Feel into the expansiveness. Let your mind go, let your heart open, let your emotions dissolve into feelings of love and abundance and acceptance, and feel into the energy and your potential to create the life you desire most in all aspects. The energy that we have within us creates our outer reality. And when we embody that fully, when we really connect with it, it becomes a very powerful place to create and to manifest. All right, so this is going to line us up with that new moon in Leo, as I mentioned there. Okay, so I'm wishing you all the best during this portal. I'm going to leave some more information about this day below in the description box. Please check it out and make the best of this beautiful day. I'll be seeing you very soon, and take care.